girls love a guy with an accent.
Really, you do?
Yes, definitely,
Wow.
definitely. All the girls in, the U.S. are going nuts right now. We're watching Expose. Got
Yeah, then you should talk to our sound technician. He has a wonderful Swedish accent.
a good one?
Yeah, he's got a good one.
It's kind of wild because some of the bands, I mean, I've interviewed almost every band here at Ozzfest, so really glad to get these guys. They were breaking down their time. They've had a long day. They're going to go to Columbus soon. You're going to Columbus, Ohio?
Yeah, tomorrow, Columbus.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's really, really hot here, and he's not used to it because he's used to the beautiful Swedish weather, right?
Yeah, but it's pretty hot in Sweden now as well, actually. I mean, we're using the Celsius, but I would guess it's around 90, 92.
Really?
Yeah, it is actually. So, but this is, I don't know how much it is today, but it's a little bit too much, actually.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, some of the bands I interviewed are like from Florida and stuff like that, and they're telling me it's hot, but I guess it's good. It's better than it raining, right?
Absolutely. Yeah.
We're on a beautiful tour bus. We're at Ozzfest 2005. We're having so much fun. We're interviewing all the bands. This is a really, really fun day here. So tell me a little bit about what you guys been doing lately.
Well, we've been doing Ozfest, and then we've been doing a couple of off gigs in between with SLA Dying and Killswitch Engage. Been a lot of fun. Today's gig was pretty early. I think we started around, what was it, 9:40?
Wow, you're one of the early birds, huh?
Yeah, the second band, but there was a lot of people today, so it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it did Gizmachi. They were the first ones out.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, that's cool. So what's it like being from Sweden and being in the U.S. right now? Tell us what it feels like.
Well, I mean, we've been here 4 times before on full tours, so but this is kind of different, It's a touring festival, so we don't really have that over in Sweden. We have Wacken Open Air, which is probably one of the biggest metal festivals, but this is like a touring festival. It's like 30 times Wacken, So it's pretty cool.
So well, how would you compare like what goes on in Sweden versus what's going on here? Because a lot of bands that I've interviewed who are into the Ozzfest scene really want to give that Swedish metal sound. So they're trying to borrow some of the stuff that you guys have. Because I've interviewed bands who used to call themselves Swedish metal even though they're from the U.S. So tell me, like, how do you feel about that? Like Dead to Fall, they were telling me they consider themselves Swedish metal. And they play in here, and I interviewed them over at the House of Blues. So how would you define it? I mean, what does it have going for it that makes it different? Aside from the cool accent.
I mean, first of all, I guess it's an honor, that they're picking up riffs from Swedish bands, and sometimes it's actually sounding pretty horrible when they borrow those riffs, but, there's a couple of bands that do it very good. For example, Killswitch Engage is a really good band.
Right. I interviewed them. They were really cool.
Yeah.
So when you think of, in terms of Swedish, are there certain, kind of like certain sounds, like I interviewed, Soulfly, they were doing like